Hello everyone and welcome to this look at why I dislike the game Domina. Domina, this is a game about gladiatorial combat in ancient Rome, and it's very much a game based around the misconceptions of gladiator combat, which disappoints me because there's so much room for video games to work with gladiators that they just don't seem to ever try to do. So let's get in here so I can talk about the things I dislike. The sun is setting on the once mighty Roman Empire. Violent rebellion erupts in the far territories while political corruption erodes the empire closer to home. Fearing the citizens will revolt in an attempt to re-establish the Republic, the emperors decree that there should be a year of epic gladiatorial games culminating in the greatest championship the empire has ever seen, affording unimaginable rewards of coin and glory. The emperor hopes to revitalize commerce and establish the rule of law once again, but Rome is disintegrating in his clenched fist. The next local games are scheduled soon, and you aim to win. Proceed with tutorial. Well, why not? So we're here. We got our Ludus. As the heiress to a once mighty Ludus, in the heart of the Roman countryside, you see the opportunity to ride this wave of revitalized interest in bloodshed to the ends of the empire, to burn out in a fabulous spectacle of violence and greed, having driven your family's Ludus into the ground with poor business decisions and lack of integrity. Your father's bequeaths to you ownership of the Ludus and its paltry holdings. On the dusty road home to assume the mantle of Lanista and Domina, a woman looks to you knowingly and proclaims, they'll never let you win. You try to put the old woman's icy stare out of your mind as your family begrudgingly surveys their new home and your father slowly fades towards his inevitable death. Okay, we're in here. So we got a couple of gladiators already in here. We've got a couple slaves. We have Ancus of Luderia. He has on him a standard scissor helm, a improved leather chest piece, a elite secutor shield, fancy leather skirts, tin pauldron, some oak short greaves, wooden gladius. So, okay, nothing too egregious. The use of different gladiators' gear, like a scissor helm and a secutor's armor. That wouldn't be so bad if you had those in the game, except you don't. If you come into here, these are the three classes they have in the game. There's Mumilo, Thrax, and Retiarius. Except, why? There was dozens of actual gladiator classes to pick from. And it goes like this. The Thrax is the basic one that you have. That's sword and shield. Which, yes, okay, the Thrax was sword and shield in real life. Okay, fair enough. Then you have the Mimilo, who is portrayed as a dual wielder, except, no, they weren't. The Mimilo had also a sword and shield, just like, basically just like the Thrax. The only difference is that a Mimilo would be have a bigger shield, more like a Roman legionary shield, instead of a smaller weapon of the Thrax. And then you have the Retiarius. The Retiarius has a spear weapon and a net, so that's pretty accurate to him. And I guess of all the gladiatorial types that they could have picked, these ones are okay, because the Mimilo did fight the Thrax, the Mimilo did fight the Retiarius. Retiarius never really fought the Thrax, and it's kind of unfortunate that they don't have, what was it called? The Papillomachus. Papillomachus was another type that fought with the Mimilo and Thrax. But, you know, it's okay. Except I still don't understand why the Mimilo is depicted as a double wielder. They weren't. And you know who was a dual wielder of sorts that they even allude to in the game? The Scissor. The Scissor is named because people thought they fought like scissors. They had two weapons, a weird tin gauntlet thing that was used to cut the net of Retiarius on one hand and a sword in the other. I don't understand why a Mimilo, who is supposed to be this heavy hitter, it's supposed to be kind of like the heavy type of a gladiator, and they have them as the dual-wielding DPS attack kind of hero. I don't understand. And then you get to the real egregious stuff. Okay, large man with the whip. Then you get into here, and this man, he's wearing a dead man's face. Holy shit. this goes back to the idea that gladiatorial combat was death games, except they weren't. They were not designed to kill. I mean, if in the combat, because it was real combat, there were real weapons, and they were very unarmored. Most of them wore basically the minimum amount of armor, depending on their class. And so, when they were fighting, of course they could be killed. They could receive a wound that wasn't just a flesh wound that would end up leading to their death, or they could be killed in the middle of the combat. And if they were killed in the middle of combat, the owner of the person who did the killing, the owner of the gladiator that killed the other gladiator, they would have to pay for the gladiator that died. So it was bad business practice to let your gladiators kill each other. It was just not good. It was not a part of the spectacle. People have it in their minds that because they're fighting with real weapons, they must have been killing each other nonstop, but that's just not the case. And then you get here, and one of the helmets that you can equip these guys with is a dead man's face. Why? There's even some red pixels on there as if it's still bleeding. Like, these are still human. They're just because they liked watching people slash and cut each other up with real weapons doesn't mean they weren't sensible human beings like you or I. Just because the Romans liked a little bit of bloodshed, and also hello train. I don't think they would ever allow a gladiator to walk into combat wearing another man's scalped face. That's just insane. And so let's go and to get to the combat. Yeah. So we're fighting Cassius. Pick gladiator. Let's pick the Thrax versus Thrax. Alright, we're gonna be in battle. I don't have any control over it.
Grandma? Is that you? Oh no, that's not Grandma. You look like my grandma. You could have
Alright, looks like our guy is losing. Alright, let's see what happens. Yeah, he gets killed. He gets killed, we're defeated. And we only gain crowd favor, no one pays us. So that's just a blatant lie to what the reality was. This game, like it's, as what it is, as the game itself, it's kind of fun. You know, you pick your class, you add some things, some basic armor. You know, it's rather nice. And it's very good to just play and play and play. But I can't get around the historic inaccuracy of it all to actually want to continue to do this. So I'm not going to play this anymore on my channel unless people actually want me to, because, you know, if you look past the historical inaccuracies, it is a lot of fun. I'll give it that. Alright, well, that's probably all I'm going to do for this. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Damn it, Discord. Bye-bye!